from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. We'll confess we started peeking ahead to this matchup a few weeks ago, and now it's here in the form of a top 5 showdown. And the Longhorns ready to kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Missouri Tigers offense will have the football first. Ahmad Hardy, in their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Wide open downfield. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. And the Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. They'll give it on the counter. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He lobs one high down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Longhorns offense will now get its first chance with the football. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him, mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press them and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times, because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to back him.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football, sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top-5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and may the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown Longhorns! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. Simmons on the play fake. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to Hardy. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Arch Madness. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
3rd down from the gun, Manning. Pocket breaking down. Complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
Keep it on the ground. It's Brown. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. To throw, Manning. They're working that left side, and that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback
picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. drag down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Finding some room. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Here's a give to Hardy. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Austin Simmons, a play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Manning bringing the heat. That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. They'll give it to Hardy. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He makes the catch at the 10. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Hand off for Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Might be calling a hot route. Manning from the gun on third down. Fires toward the target. Complete to the right. He's loose. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Texans! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Hauls it in at the 25. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing Manning. Pressure coming. Quarterback gets a first down. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. A give to Brown. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Manning. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Manning to throw. Looking down the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's a give to Hardy. Turning it on. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They go right back to it. Powers through the defender. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Mizzou will use its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Rushes on him. Finds space on the right. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going for 6. Fires into the end zone, incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Throwing Simmons. Here comes the heat. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback making checks. Here's Arch to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Crosses the 40. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Punch it out of the air. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. No good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 8 team, the Florida Gators.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Texas offense. Arch is going to throw for it. It's complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to fire on second down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Throwing on the run. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Missouri wants to go fast.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Arch Madness. Zings it complete to the right. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
1852 soldier, 1852 soldier, Western, Bubba, sweet. Where did he go?
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Got his man.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
To throw, Manning gets it to him on the screen. Makes the catch, and he's free. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Manning. Using his feet to buy time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he had just enough to will that one home. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to Hardy. Makes a man miss. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. So send the tight end in motion. Simmons. Makes the grab. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air, it's Simmons. Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen, and they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. This was a huge matchup coming into the week. Really didn't expect it to be put away quite so soon. And you have to wonder, as we look at the scoreboard, the impact this will have on the rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Handoff for Brown. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard.
know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got it looking for a first. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Smothers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Manning makes the grab. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Manning. It's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Smothers. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Got a man. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throwing Manning. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorn. And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Well, it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback. You saw it right there. He is dialed in. He's finding his one-on-one matchups. He's making good decisions, and he's been so accurate. Now, 4 TD passes in this one, and that's why his team is way up here late in the game.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. There's a crease. He now has 91 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Got his man. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Completion for the 1st down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that. They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Running the red zone, it's Roberts. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down.
It's a fumble! And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down. Here's Hardy. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Just feeds the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. On the move, he fires. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Really needed to get some distance on that punt from this spot on the field, and he did. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. From the gun, give to Hardy. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Got his man down the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Bishop. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big